Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We are going to dive into it. I've just woken up, as always. I like to do these readings in the morning. So if my voice is a bit croaky, that just is what it is. I'm just going to dive into the reading for you. Let's see what's going on. Now, I'm feeling like I want to change some things up on the channel. So I'd love to hear what you guys like to see. What you would like to see here if you feel called to. But anyway, let's dive into your reading. Please, Spirit, for my gorgeous Scorpios. Can I get a little message for the week ahead? What's going on in the week ahead for Scorpios? Thank you. I'm hearing easy peasy. Okay, and then go the distance. That's quite nice. So this is really about your dreams, your goals, getting more ambitious, going the distance in whatever degree, whatever area of your life that might resonate with. I like this energy though because it feels like you're on a roll. And then I heard easy peasy, which feels a little bit like you're achieving goals in a very beautiful, divine way. All right, let's see what else is going on for Scorpio. Okay, 2. Let's dive into it. You have step into your power, first quarter moon in Aries. And then you have talk less, feel more in last quarter moon in Pisces. So this card specifically does represent releasing an ending. So I wonder if like you are doing some subconscious stuff, right? That Piscean energy, more spiritual, more subconscious, more emotional side of things. You are starting to sit with yourself a bit more, which I like. And if not, this is a really good time to do so. And then you also have the opposite end of things in your material world, maybe even as well, where you're feeling more passion towards things. You're stepping into your power. And I wonder if this combination is what's making it a bit easy peasy for you. Because you're feeling your feelings more, talking less, feel more. You don't need to explain yourself to others. You don't need to, you can if you want to, but you don't need to over explain yourself. Just for those of you who, again, people might not agree with what you're doing. I don't know what it is, but it's about processing your feelings. Okay, let's get you some tea leaf tarot. Someone asked me to bring these back during this week, so let me know if you would like them in the next week's reading as well, if you enjoy these. But these are quite random messages, so let's see what Spirit has for you. Time to act with the lion. Look at that cat energy coming through. Key. Okay, it's a very big week for you in terms of like achieving your dreams and goals. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of action. One more. Scorpios. An older woman. Okay, so an older woman could be significant, could be you, could be someone around you this week. You have time to act, successful outcome to your problems, which I love. Like I said, easy peasy. Something's happening in a very beautiful way. Okay, well, let's dive into your tarot and figure it out then. Because it's like I'm saying that, but I don't know where it's coming up or how or what it even means to you. But it's a lot of this energy is about stepping into your power, time to act, going the distance, achieving your goals, and then more, right? Because this cheetah or leopard, it's completely surpassing that goal. It's building momentum so much that you're not just going after one goal, you're going even further than that. So yeah. All right, let's see. What's the overall energy of the week for Scorpios? 4 of Pentacles. Maybe you guys are working on a foundation. I would say this week could be a really good time to open up a little bit more. Because I never really like the 4 of Pentacles. Usually it's a card of greed or holding on or holding back, which kind of doesn't feel like the energy that we're picking up on here. So I don't know if it's advice for you or someone else around you. Let's figure it out. Why is the 4 of Pentacles the energy of the week? Okay, that's not a bad card either. 3 of Cups. That's about... I feel like this is about counting your blessings and holding on to your blessings. One more. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? What exactly does this mean? 6 of Wands. Both of those cards are about celebrating something. So I like that a lot. 4 of Wands, another card of celebrating something. So it does look like you're really getting a lot of reward, recognition. It feels like a very happy week for you guys. But I wonder what the 4 of Pentacles is. Can I understand what is that 4 of Pentacles? I understand the energy of the week, but what exactly is this holding on, holding back, or grumpy energy? The Hermit. So number 1, I feel like there's a lot going on in a social circle, and I feel like you're really focusing on yourself right now with the Hermit being there. Both of these very like it just feels a little bit like holding back. I don't want you to hold back. I want you to go after certain things. Maybe you do need some time in like isolation a little bit during this week. Maybe you do enjoy your own space and time. But Eight of Wands is a little bit like you could be getting invitations or opportunities that they really want you to go after. Don't hold yourself back, because yeah, in Judgment, being here about letting go makes a lot of sense. By the way, some of you could be getting a message from a Libra or a Taurus. Doesn't have to be those signs. About forgiveness in some way. Two of Cups, Judgment, Eight of Wands. So just had to say that for someone out there. But Judgment is about releasing, surrendering, letting go. And Eight of Wands feels like, okay, Eight of Wands as well is one of my favorite cards, by the way, because it does represent that obstacles are being lifted. And it feels like when you release and let go, it feels like there's so much celebration, so much to be happy for. But maybe what you're holding on to is actually what's holding you back. Because as I said, it's a greedy card, but it also is like, in a way, self-sabotaging. He's like, I'm not budging, I'm not moving, I'm holding on to these pentacles. But because of that mindset, closed mindset, he's not able to grow, right? It's almost an inability to pivot with the times, right? When times change, we have to also kind of change with them, otherwise we get left behind. And Four of Pentacles sometimes is my card for closed mindset or outdated mindsets, right? So in order to grow and evolve, we have to actually let go a little bit, let go, not hold yourself back. So the Hermit could be a good time to, again, it's a good time to think about why you might be doing this, right? Searching for the answers with the Hermit here to gain some wisdom, to look at it from a higher perspective. What would your higher self say about how you're dealing with certain things right now? But Three of Cups, Six of Wands, both are about success, celebration, and community. So it's a good time to find some friends, a good time to connect with your circle, a good time to count your blessings, and there is new life here. So I do feel like there is a lot of things to celebrate. Maybe you're holding yourself back. I don't want to celebrate because, you know, maybe you're worried, because Four of Pentacles is also closed, not just closed mindset, but it's a scarcity mindset. If I celebrate this and I am, sometimes it's like some people are a bit afraid to celebrate because it's like, well, it's not that good anyways, or it's like, there's so much more I need to do, so this is not good enough. I just really want you to make sure that you're celebrating along the journey, because that's going to boost your motivation even more, because this is it's not a bad energy for being grounded because it's a Pentacles card, but I just feel like it's a little bit raining on your own parade. Or maybe that's someone else. So whatever your message is, step into your power, celebrate. All right, you don't need anyone else's explanation or validation to celebrate the small wins. People might be, well, why are you celebrating? You've not really done everything you said you're going to do. Yeah, but I'm on my way. Anyway, whatever it is, they say talk less, feel more. And if you feel happy, feel happy. Anyways, let's see what else. What's the energy of Scorpio this week? Okay. Now, one thing I was hearing is be aware of talking lack onto yourself. Some of you might be, saying these words like I can't, or I'm, saying things like I'm poor, or I'm broke. Even if it's as a joke, I feel like there's something here about speaking poverty onto yourself or speaking lack onto yourself. So even if it's like, I don't have anyone, I don't know, it's almost like it may feel logical to you because that's what you're seeing, but the Knight of Pentacles is almost taking action towards abundance, or the opposite of lack, right? Progress is my key word for this. Okay, there's a few messages that I have there. So King of Swords, your words are your wand. That's I think a book that I love, if I remember, or at least a chapter of the book. But it's the King of Swords is about strategy. So Five of Pentacles, if you are feeling a little bit of a lack right now, then the King of Swords tells me that you have the skills and ability to create a plan and a strategy to change that, right? Using your beautiful, intelligent mind. And yes, your expertise, you can grow whatever this is. Knight of Pentacles could suggest that maybe there is some journey that you need to take in terms of your material wealth, or again, whatever kind of progress you guys are wanting to make out of this lack. You have the tools already within you. Okay, why is the King of Swords in the energy of Scorpio? The Devil, Capricorn energy, which again can be about more serious things in life, which I was feeling a bit like that, like very logical, overly logical. The Devil, that's what's keeping you stuck. Five of Pentacles in Scorpio's energy. Eight of Wands. So I do see good news and opportunities coming your way. And the Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups does come with a message of, not to cry over spilt milk. Like there is disappointment or are disappointing things that might have gone on in your life. Five of Cups is like not to put too much importance on things that you can still build from. Does that make sense? They're showing me like when someone spills a little something and then ends up spilling the rest of the cup because they spilled a little something. So it's like don't go I don't know if there's a phrase for that, but I hope you guys know what I feel like. I've seen a reel of this, which is a really good visualization of what we do sometimes, right? When something small goes wrong, we end up just scrapping the whole thing, right? Because it's like, well, I don't want to do it anymore. And it's like in that moment of bad attitude, which we all have those feelings of disappointment and of being upset and dwelling a bit on it, that we might be blocking our own progress because we're stopping every time we spill a cup, right? So with the Knight of Pentacles, it is about learning as you go and not holding too much importance on the mistakes that we make or the things that go wrong, because they don't really add up to the big picture that you're working towards here. So just a little message for that, especially with the Chariot, because I always say with this card, there's two horses here for a reason. It represents duality and a yin and yang, if you will, and also the understanding that not everything ahead is going to be perfect. We have what it takes inside to actually navigate ahead, because a Chariot doesn't know really what lies in the path ahead, and things can always change at any time, but he knows the goal, and no matter what, he's always going to follow that star, that goal, that dream. So I just feel like in a way they want you to put your eyes on the prize, and the sunflower here is beautiful because it's about facing the sun, so facing your dreams, goals, happiness, what brings you joy, and following that. Don't allow small little branches in the path or a change of plans to get in the way of you chasing your dreams and goals in the life that you want for yourself. Does that make sense? Because it's kind of the same message. I just want to dive into that Five of Pentacles a bit more. Why is this in Scorpio's energy? Page of Swords, Two of Cups. So some of you could be feeling like a lack of a person in your life, just for some of you, or lack of a partnership, right? Could even be in terms of business, by the way. I do feel like that will be changing. But Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords can sometimes be a triggered energy. Let me just figure it out. What exactly does the Five of Pentacles represent for Scorpio's energy? Seven of Pentacles. So you feel a bit like there's a lack going on right now. Seven of Pentacles is probably because it's not the right time to harvest yet. Because Seven of Pentacles is like, should I give up on this? Is this really worth it? But Seven of Pentacles is about showing up every single day. Maybe changing a strategy here and there, maybe putting yourself out there to get more opportunities could be very helpful towards growing something. So yes, I do feel like that can change. Now, of course, I'm going to look at the Devil energy as well, because it's in your energy. I'm not going to lie. So there is some fears or addictions or temptations. Why is the Devil here in Scorpio's energy? Nine of Wands, which is survival mode, right? Fear. And the Nine of Cups. So that's interesting. So the Nine of Cups is about fulfillment within yourself, right? Doing things that you enjoy, people maybe even celebrating with you. But the Nine of Wands is, again, not one. It's very similar to what I said in the beginning, where it's almost like I see that you have a fear of celebrating yourself or enjoying small moments because you're fighting for something, and you're also afraid that if you celebrate something, it's going to jinx you in some way, or I don't know, it's like a very logical way of thinking, which Spirit's saying it's not helping you to grow, because the Devil is about chains, right? Something keeping you stuck. The Knight of Wands is like the wounded warrior. Having gone through a lot of stuff, it's hard to kind of, let's say in terms of work, it's hard to come off the screen because you feel like if you don't work hard enough, then everything that you've been working on is going to crash and fall apart. It's that kind of mindset. So Spirit's kind of wanting you to enjoy, focus on your emotional fulfillment, focus on celebrating what you have done. Otherwise, what you're building on right now or what you're moving towards or who you're becoming is just not going to be very satisfying for you in the future. Okay, now that I've been yapping, let's go over to your challenge for the week. Your challenge is celebrating, not going to lie. Ten of Cups is again about emotional fulfillment, happiness, community support. Four of Wands is also your dreams and goals, and community and celebrating. So let's dive a bit deeper into that. Why is the Ten of Cups a challenge? The Knight of Swords. Again, a very logical energy. The Knight of Swords, let's clarify that as well. Knight of Swords, Ten of Cups. Six of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Not bad. Eight of Pentacles is here as well. This does feel like you have to do a lot of work, right? Six of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. I feel like some of you need to balance your work life, personal life, by the way, because as I was saying, it feels like it's hard to switch off. It's hard to celebrate. It's hard to calm down or enjoy life right now because it feels like you have to do all these things. Knight of Swords, like rushing ahead, needing to push through, being determined, which is not a bad thing. But sometimes the Knight of Swords does say that be aware of how quick you are with decision making or rushing ahead, because you might not have all the information, or again, you don't want to burn yourself out with the Ten of Wands. I feel like a big part of this is about loving the journey. Six of Pentacles, and of course a balance. Okay, and the Four of Wands being a challenge, Ace of Pentacles. So I do see actually that there will be a good opportunity that you'll be celebrating. Ace of Pentacles is like a financial reward, or of course it could be a new job for some, or again, it could just be a new opportunity that's opening up for you with the Four of Wands. Anything else about that being a challenge? The Emperor. Okay, some of you are getting a pay rise, or Emperor with a Four of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles. Some of you need to get more money smart, and I don't know what I'm seeing with that, because this clearly is like two different ways of being, and I don't know if it's to do with you or people around you. I think that you might be changing jobs into something that actually with a person who's not afraid of giving, because the Emperor with the Four of Pentacles feels like someone is a very big leader, but they're a very greedy person, whereas a King of Pentacles is someone, so this is someone who wants to grow but doesn't want other people to grow. Selfish energy and greedy. Four of Pentacles is someone who wants to grow and wants other people to grow. And I don't know if that's to do with you, because the Four of Pentacles is the energy of the week as well. So plainly speaking, some of you will be changing jobs here. You have a new opportunity that's going to make you very happy, because it'll be with a person who may not be a big company, big corporation like the Emperor is, I don't know, but it is someone who likes to give, okay, and knows that the true equation to wealth is not about hoarding and being greedy, but it's actually about understanding the flow. Okay, but anyway, now if this is you could be in the Emperor mode, but you might be controlling things way too much, and that might be becoming a bit of your own nemesis right now. So King of Pentacles again is that same thing about understanding really the rules of wealth. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself or to give to others, because it's all going to help come back to you. So investment could be important for those who are working on their own businesses right now. Okay, well, let's dive into your advice for the week. The messages today have been really just super specific, so I don't imagine this will resonate with everyone, but let's see what the advice is that you have, please, for Scorpio. Ten of Swords. That's an interesting one. It is about endings, right? So it could be, again, changing the way that we're doing some things, right? Not getting in our own way anymore and getting rid of an old version of ourselves. That could be, again, holding on, being a bit of a control freak in terms of your own self, not allowing yourself to have fun, for example, or getting rid of people who are that to you. Ten of Swords, what is this here as the advice? Is that reversed? No, it's not. Justice. So you could be ending old contracts, beginning new ones, but the Justice card is all about bringing balance back into your life. So this is basically the entire reading of yours, bringing balance back into your life and getting rid of anything that's getting in your way. I feel like this is a big part of you going the distance and stepping into your power. Okay, one more for the Ten of Swords. The Hanged Man. So, okay. This is saying that definitely there is the seasons are changing. As you can see in Justice, it's winter and autumn turning into spring and summer, which I like. And as you can see, the Hanged Man has been frozen over. You've been stuck in a situation that may have been uncomfortable for you and you felt like you couldn't really get out of it, but times are changing. You are able to come out of it. This kind of reminds me of like a closed mindset just for some, because it's like iced over. It's like unable to move or change. But now that things are warming up, basically you're gaining enlightenment. You're able to see something through a different perspective. And this is helping you to bring balance into your world. And for some of you, if it's about contracts and actually external, things are changing, that you are understanding what you need to do moving forward in the situation that's at hand. And I think it's helping you to move on from it and change and know that there are better days ahead. Okay. Well, my angels, I hope that made some sense to someone out there. If it did, let me know in the comment section if it fits in your story. If you enjoy these readings, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Aside from all that, I'll see you guys next time. All right.